they can only target one position?
Listen, I think Bayern Deer, after last week, of course he made a mistake, but I'm not one of those that he made one mistake in the game and, it's the end, get rid of him. No, he's a very good goalkeeper. He's proved he's won them games last season when he came in. I think that's not as urgent as a midfielder. I actually think a midfielder right now is more urgent than the goalkeeper. So I'll definitely be looking at midfield because I think that's the one position that... Look at where Manchester United want to go. They want to be in the Champions League and fighting for titles. Your midfielder is going to be key to that more than your goalkeeper right now.
There's a lot of work for that midfielder to do, playing alongside Bruno Fernandes. Would you expect Benjamin Sesko to start this weekend? How much do you think he'd have benefited from a full week on the training ground with Amorim, and potentially tomorrow or Sunday we had the opportunity to see Mbeumo, Cunha and Sesko start together for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, the more I see Sesko, the more I think he's just got so many good qualities. That's going to add to Mbeumo's qualities. It's going to add to Cunha, Bruno Fernandes. I think the hard part is always the first few weeks as a player, and you're trying to get to know your teammates. But the big thing is not just to get to know their qualities. When they'll see you. When you make a run, do they see you or do they delay? And I think he's playing with great players. And Sesko having a week's training, having time with the manager, having time to discuss with his teammates. I'm going to make this movement. I'm going to make this run. Find me. Those little discussions that happen in training is what I think is going to benefit Manchester United. Sesko, I think, is going to be ready. I would love to see him start the game now, because I think probably even if he plays 60 minutes, it's going to be better for him than playing, maybe half an hour. I think that's the next step, but that's exciting for Manchester United. Mbeumo, Cunha, Bruno Fernandes, Sesko. I think, especially after last week, I thought they were exciting last week, but once they get it right, there's so many goals, there's so much creativity there. I think it's dangerous for most teams when they play Manchester United.
Ruben Amorim coming up for us later this afternoon on Sky Sports News. But next, we'll be live to Everton as they prepare for their first ever Premier League match at their new home, and also